Hey, you guys. Welcome back to Naughty Love Movement. It shows Nikki bring you the latest and trending topics in our vlog, My Life. Okay, so a woman from Alabama went missing, right? And they put it, they spun the story like there was a toddler involved. She pulled over to help the toddler and everything. Well, hey, good morning, everybody. Hey, Shay. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Miss Bugs. How you ladies doing today? I hope all my queens are doing okay. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. We're going to get into this Carly Russell story, okay? There was supposed to be an alleged abduction. It's very strange, and it's blowing up all over TikTok. So shout out to the Juby Buggin show. Like, she sent me all the clippings and everything. We're gonna break this down together. I just feel, Naughty Crew, that it is something very weird about this story. I just really feel like
that's suspicious. That's weird.
definitely suspicious and weird. The toddler has been returned to her family since, so we're going to get into it. Hold on. First, I want to start off with the surveillance footage, okay? Let's find y'all right one. But this story is just so weird. Here we go.
Your marker 11 has been enhanced by someone named Sticky on YouTube. This is the best enhancement video that I have seen. It also makes it a bit more easy to see actual movements versus reflections of light. As you can see, someone is driving on the side of the road in Carly's vehicle, in Carlita Russell's vehicle. We are not sure if this is Carly or if this is someone else. It has not been confirmed. They're easing up. There are several vehicles on the road. The door opens and someone gets out of the car. They walk around the car. They're on the passenger side of the car. It looks like someone kneels down. Again, we don't know if this is Carly, if this is someone else, or if there are even multiple people on the side of the car at this point. They're standing there. And it's almost like they're just gone. Are they in front of the car at this point? It's hard to tell. I did notice a few things about some of the cars passing by that stood out to me, but again, hard to tell. People could just be adhering to the move over law. It's really hard to say. Now, what did stick out to me in the lane closest to Carly, right there, it looks like a gray vehicle is driving with their lights off. Or is that just the reflection of the vehicle in the center lane? I'm not sure. Very sad situation. Y'all, I don't know what to think. I don't want to spread misinformation at all. I just pray that Carly is unharmed and returned to her family immediately. Again, this is the best enhancement video that I have seen. Please stay vigilant, and if you see something, say something.
Okay, so that's where it all began with the surveillance footage. I also have the 911 call. Hold on one second. I hope all of y'all had a wonderful weekend. Please make sure you hitting that like and subscribe button if you're not subscribed. All right. Hold on. So all of this turn of events set off social media because the young woman that rescued Carly went missing. Um, so they weren't sure what exactly the circumstances was. I'm just trying to get to the 911 call. All right, so the young woman, the lady that supposedly was trying to rescue Carly, her boyfriend shared this is what he posted. He said, I don't even know how to start off this post, but to only say thank you to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for saving my girlfriend, okay? Life. Also, thank you to everyone who shared a picture, came out to Hoover, met to help us with the search parties. So now everybody is questioning whether this whole thing was staged. But I'm going to put it up there for y'all to read. This is the young lady's boyfriend. Good morning, Melanie the Drip. I know. I just feel like it's suspicious. Hey, Gella 916. It's all suspicious the way things went down. All right, so the baby was missing for a short time. And people are speaking out about it. All right, let me share this next one with you. People have all sorts of opinions, but the whole thing sounds staged to me, if you ask me. I'm telling you, people will do anything for clout. Anything.
Don't always love.
Sorry, guys. I got so many tabs. It's just hard to pick them out. But y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think. I know y'all seen the story. Carly was found. What happened to this young woman? They're not saying. I'm glad the little girl is okay, but here are some of the opinions that are coming out.
A toddler on the side of the road. If there was, more people would have called 911. More people would have pulled over to help. Carly put her flashers on almost 300 feet before she stopped, which means she would have had to seen that toddler from that far away, in the dark, pitch black dark. The entire incident is on video. There is no toddler in the video. If there was, how can an assailant take Carly and also make sure the toddler followed them? It's just not adding up. We never see 3 people in the video. If the toddler wasn't real, if Carly made the toddler up, then it highlights her entire story. It was announced that she's been found safe, but nobody's looking for the missing toddler. Isn't that suspicious? People don't abduct you and then drop you off safely at a family member's house 3 days later. If I sound angry, it's because I am. There are plenty of people that go missing in this world, and to waste resources on someone that's faking it, it's not cool.
It's not cool. It's not cool. It's just so many suspicious circumstances. And let me see. The child was found. The child was found. Okay, here.
You shouldn't have a baby.
Hold on. That's not it. She went missing and then she was found alive. Okay. Apparently, All right, guys, here, I'm going to share this with you. And there was search parties and everything looking for this woman.
754 unclassified complaint, 1466 Montgomery Highway at the Red Roof Inn, the front office. Per caller, family members at this location saying they received a call from the female that's missing, Carly Russell. 754 family members are saying they received a call from the female saying she was at this location.
754 en route.
760 1851.
32, be advised, the child's now in the area of 3582 currently. The Red Roof.
52 1852.
26 of the responding units. I just spoke with the front desk clerk. They said that the family is not being hostile or anything like that, but that there was about 6 carloads of people that have just shown up over there.
5-4 copy. Did the front desk have anybody check in under that name?
Negative, and according to the front desk, the message that the family got did not state which Red Roof Inn. They don't know if it's going to be Vestavia or another location.
Okay, thank you. 52 and 5844 on scene at Red Roof.
Okay, like it, yes, Gella. It seems like a whole setup, and why someone would do this and waste police resources, time, I have no idea. So this is when she arrives at the hospital. It has been. Thank God the child was safe. But if you look at the original footage, you see all those cars passing. You would have been, I think someone would have pulled over for a baby on the side of the road. I don't think the baby was ever involved. I think the baby was a tool to bring attention to the story. Because if an adult goes missing, they're adults. You're allowed to go missing as an adult. Seriously. But it's so many moving parts. I just really feel like it's suspicious, and I don't feel like the story is believable, to be quite honest. But there were rescue crews and everything here. This is Carly Russell found alive.
Asking the child if they were okay. So she elegantly got out the car. She asked the child if they were okay maybe 2 or 3 times. She didn't hear a response from a child on the other end. And she did hear a scream. And then she could tell there was maybe some type of shuffling. And the phone dropped to the ground. And from there, all she could hear was background noise. By that time, she was coming into the room to alert myself and my son what had just transpired. She kept the line open. She didn't hang up. I was yelling Carly's name. We were all yelling Carly's name. I picked up my phone to call Carly's phone, just even though I knew that line was open. With our son's girlfriend, it was just, I just felt, I felt I needed to try to do something to try to reach her since she wasn't answering us when we were calling her name, and all we could just hear was like background noise. And from there, I came and got my husband from the bedroom and told him a brief synopsis of what had just transpired. We needed to throw on some clothes and go to her location. We do share our location through Life 360. And so it was pinging that she was at a particular street. However, when we got there, we did not see her car. And what we realized once the police came to where we were is that because her car was on the interstate, it was pinging at the street we went to because that street was right behind and below that interstate 459. The next thing our son's girlfriend heard was Carly asking the child if they were okay. So
I don't know, guys. It just, hey, Nikwa, good morning. The whole story to me, it just seems suspicious. Like, how did Carly end up with possession of the child? I don't know. I'm going to drop the link just in case people can add to the story. Maybe I'm missing pieces, but I kind of try to piece it together. But when I first heard about it, and I'm like, this is strange or whatever. At first, I was thinking like, okay, the child was used to lure this woman. You know what I mean? Did she get abducted into a sex trafficking ring? Like, what is it? What is it? But it's all very suspicious, you guys. And I wanted to discuss it with you to see what you guys thought. But people are outraged. Here's just some of the theories out there. Hold on. Here we go.
So let's talk about it. I'm watching this live on Facebook right now. Tell me why this dude done sat up and went live saying Carla lied. That she been with her 17-year-old baby daddy for the past little few days. So you fake like you were missing? All right, you need to clear this up right now, sis. Like, were you missing or were you with your mans? Like, because you got us praying, you got us worrying, you got your people on the news. Were they in with it too? Like, did y'all just want some TV time? Like, what's really tea? Like, did you fake your abduction? Come on now. Tell us. We the people want to know.
So did y'all hear her? That she was with her 17-year-old baby daddy. It's just, it's so many moving parts of this story. And you just don't even know what to believe at this point. But this was a statement released from the Hoover Police. The Hoover Police. Let me start this over. This is the press release from the Hoover Police. I can hardly see it. But if you notice, I think the police are being quiet because I think they brewing to arrest somebody. Seriously, I think they trying to figure out who they gonna charge. Seriously, and that's the first thing that came to mind. That's the first thing that came to mind, the sex trafficking, okay? Like, were you trying to... I'm sorry, but I feel like I'm missing a link, you guys, because Carly called the police, she called the family. How did she end up with the child? That's what I want to know. How did she end up with the child? Because if you look at the footage, you don't see no kid. I'm telling you, if it was a little baby on the side of the road, it would have been more than her pulled over, I believe. Hey, Sarah, good morning.
Bonjour. Hello, good morning. Good morning for you, but afternoon for me. And tonight is a full moon of Cancer. It's a moment to clean your home and to manifest for good money coming to you girls, to everyone. So,
Hey,
but
Latoya, girl.
this case, first, she allegedly was disappearing or abducted. She find a baby. We never see any member of her family coming on the press. People always speaking by social media. We don't see any press, statement by except the police, but they don't speaking about abduction. They don't speak about human trafficking. The baby, who is confirmed this baby, and why she knew who to call the family, because it was near to her home. The
Exactly.
one question is it's near to her home. Maybe it's why maybe it's a neighbor, she knew the baby and say, oh, it was a toddler, but it was not near to her home or not.
Yes, Juice, the baby has been found. Hold on, let me see if I can find a clip for you. The baby has been found.
She said it was said on trafficking road, allegedly what I heard, what I understand. But why CPS was not involved, and the police too? You have a toddler in the middle of the night in a traffic road, middle of the
Exactly.
home. Who it can come in that place by working in the middle of the night?
My major question is, how did she end up with possession of that child? And it makes me look at the parents side eye. Carly's
Yes.
mom spoke out. Hold on, let me see. Let me see what this is.
She's speaking on social media, but she's not doing any press statement. We don't see them speaking on the press like we see every time someone is missing. You see the press just before their home. It was everywhere in TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook and Twitter. No press go to their home to speak with the family.
I don't understand it. I mean, it's all very puzzling to me. And I just want to know who the key players are.
I will tell you that the baby is my best question. You have a toddler in the middle of the night, middle of traffic. She knew who to call the family. She knew the family of the kid. So she knew the kid. So why CPS are not
Exactly.
involved? Why CPS now are not involved in that case? Because a kid in the middle of the night in a trafficking road can be, injured. We don't know. It's something happening. The thing, we don't see the face of any member of her family speaking with their voice on the press. We don't see any lawyer. We don't see anyone physically make a comment, all by social media. And you know what? Everyone can say my social media was, hacked by someone. It's not me making that statement. So anyone take physically the responsibility to speak about that situation. Everyone can say, oh, we will be hacked. We don't know. It's not us. We are victim of that.
Well, the family is asking for privacy all of a sudden, but I mean, I think we deserve a statement.
Yes.
Yeah, like Carly allegedly dropped the baby off at the parents' home. And it makes me wonder, like, are the parents in on it? Like, I don't want to believe that.
The cops doesn't go to the family to ask why you are your toddler in the middle of the road. The cops,
it's just weird, Sarah.
And you said that to me, and you said, okay, we find a toddler of 1 year, 2-year-old in the middle of the road at 4 a.m., 2 a.m. in the morning, and no cops, no CPS, no one for the legality, for the law, asking a question to the cops, say, oh, we have this girl coming to you, she give you a kid, what happened? Just tell us, what's happened? Yeah, she was 25 and... Okay. You know...
Here's a theory, Sarah. I mean, if she was dating a 17-year-old, was she doing this as a deflection because maybe she got impregnated by the 17-year-old?
He's a minor.
He's a minor.
She's an adult, legally adult. So technically, is a a crime now to have intercourse with a minor. I use intercourse because we are on YouTube. To have an affair with a minor, so it's a crime. So she can be legally, sued by the parents, and she can be prosecuted by minor, I don't know the word in English, I'm so sorry, to get an affair with the minor. She can have a prosecution. So maybe she tried to deflect the situation.
That's what I'm thinking too. Because what does a 25-year-old have in common with a 17-year-old?
And why, if you are like, if it's everyone like portrayed her like she was she had a diploma, she had a good life, she's she's a good young girl with a very promising future. Why you go with a 70-year-old young kid, 70-year-old? Why you don't go with a man for your ages, or maybe someone with 22, 23?
Why you
17.
robbing the cradle, Carly? I mean, let's talk about the facts here, because they did say she was dating a 17-year-old. Let me see what this is when she was returned home to her parents.
Gone through this, but her daughter ended up being murdered and not coming home. But she had been helping this family through their concern of trying to find their daughter over the past couple of days. And she's the one who told us about it tonight, that she indeed is alive, but in shock, as she described it.
Absolutely. Janice, you said that she was dropped off at her house. Do you know more about that?
I don't at this point, and Angela did not either. But the fact that she was dropped off at her house, that was pretty surprising, and you can only imagine the relief among her family, the neighbors who had held that vigil to bring her back. So, you've been talking about it, a lot of prayers. People really were engaged in this story, and regardless, it doesn't matter what happened. We'll learn the details later of why she disappeared, what happened to her. But right now, the relief is that she's alive and she's back with her family.
I think she disappeared because she is sleeping with a 17-year-old. Hello.
Yeah, she had a weekend. She had get wild girl weekend. But the problem, she doesn't think the situation gonna be explode in social media, and she was caught by her lying like a teenager.
We wouldn't have known.
Yes, the Juice Radio and Talk Show. She get a baby in the middle of the night, a toddler, and she see that toddler in the middle of the road. Yes, exactly. It doesn't matter what happened because it can affect the search of other black girl. Yeah, she create a fake story.
I just can't stand when people waste law enforcement time, because there's really someone in need that needs their attention, and now all these resources was built were wasted based off of lies.
July 9/16, it said she was disappearing allegedly after she dropped a toddler she found in the road in the middle of the trafficking.
I don't think it was ever a toddler out there. I'm sorry.
Allegedly, what is said, it's allegedly, we can say that for true, and it was tell on the police and the family in social media. It's this version. She said she found the baby. Allegedly, she said that to her family, because she was going to see her boyfriend of 70-year-old, and she dropped the kid on the family, allegedly too, and after that she disappearing. And after that we had all this ebullition on the social media, on TikTok, everything. And after that she coming back on Monday today, Sunday night, after a weekend maybe, with her boyfriend of 70 years old. And I think it was like a teen, you create a big, situation to avoid to speak and to maybe minimizing the big plot. Maybe she was pregnant of a 70-year-old guy, and she make her family to be feeling fear, to not have to maybe have a big consequences of her action. We don't know. But the thing, she was dropped in her home. Who dropped her? We don't know too.
I just think it needs to be a mental evaluation going on here, to be quite honest. To go this far to create this whole grand big scheme And I just want to know why. I just want to know why.
Maybe because she was in fear. Sometimes, when you are young and not very smart and very, candid, you do some things, because you are on the hormone, the fear, everything like that. But like you try to say that it's true. Other black young women are disappearing, and that situation can create, a stigma. Is it truth or a lie?
I think it'll come out. I think it'll come out, and I think the police are just trying to put their ducks in a row before they pounce on her. I'm feeling like this is another Jesse Smollett situation.
Oh gosh, no. I hope so. I don't hope. I hope it's not that
Why
case.
you would want to say the crime and the motive?
Maybe
Only thing, because she looks like an intelligent woman. But maybe
sorry.
she's emotionally.
You can be intelligent in your books, but you can be very not smart with the human intelligence and some logic too. You can be rational with your logic thing on and in school, but when you go in the real life, so sometimes the street smart street thing is much better to stay alive and to have a good life, because you can be very good in your field but very dumb on the other part. It's true. I knew some people that are very smart on their job, but when you get out of that, you don't have nothing, because they don't have the emotion, the intelligence, maturity, the emotional maturity to have reaction. I think the case is that she's maybe she's very spoiled, maybe she's very very protected by her family. She doesn't have very freedom to make her experience and to maybe fail and grow up emotionally. And she was, oh, I will say a lie and we see that after that, and she doesn't take the weight of the consequences. It's not like a teen. Sometimes you can have that, because when you are very engaged in your family, don't go out, don't do that, you don't have the smartness for the life. It's different.
Exactly.
It's different. But that story, I don't feel it since the beginning. I don't feel it since the beginning, because
I didn't either. I like when I first heard it. I'm like, oh my god, I hope she ends up okay. And like I said, the first thing I thought of, like, maybe they used the baby to lure her in for some trafficking and stuff like that.
Me too. I was thinking the same, because we see so much story with young girls saying, yes, I see a woman outside. She said she need help, but after that, so much story about that. But it's true. But the question is, when someone really need help, when he asks, it's gonna be maybe just letting like that, But the emotion is so hard.
It's a lot. It's definitely a lot. See, here's the surveillance footage. There's some more people. Like, this is how far they went and how people were concerned.
UAB hospital. The search for Carlethia Nicole Carly Russell ended late Saturday night. Russell returned to her Hoover home alone shortly before 11 p.m. Saturday. She was taken to a hospital to be evaluated. Paramedics and police were called after she reportedly showed up at the house she shares with her parents. Where Russell has been for the last 2 days was not immediately clear. Earlier this week, Carly called police to report a child walking alone on the side of the interstate. When police arrived on scene, Carly was not there, but her car and other belongings were. Family and friends held a vigil Friday afternoon in Hoover's Lake Wilbourn community to gather, pray, and keep Carly in the community's thoughts. The vigil was open to the public. This is still a developing story. We will keep you updated. Make sure to follow us for more.
If you look there, there is no child. I don't think there was ever a child involved.
We don't see anyone. Just insane.
Exactly. Here's Juice thought. She said, could it be that she already had someone baby with her and used that as a plot in the situation? Maybe she had the baby in the car already. Maybe that's why she opened the passenger door of her car. That is possible, Juice.
Exactly.
It's possible. There's so many scenarios it could be, but I don't think it was ever a baby, period. I think that was just a plan. to deflect. I don't know. I'm gonna keep my eyes on this story, Sarah, to see what develops, and I'm gonna share it with my naughty crew. But I wanted to.
The TikTok police gonna be on that story too. Remember, the first thing was on TikTok, and you know how much people on TikTok they're gonna be digging. They always be digging. So I will see on TikTok what's happening, because the first time I hear it was on TikTok and Instagram. The people, they want to know the truth, and someone gonna spill the bean.
And I just want to touch on the Long Island serial killer that was caught this past weekend. Weird, okay? He's been gone since 2010.
I hear the neighbor. I see so much neighbor, because it was filming on the street of that guy. Say, but we live with him with so much. It was a nice guy. Everybody speaking on the street where he lived was flabbergasted by the situation. They can't, to understand that the same neighbor we had, the same guy is the same guy. They are just,
and he just looks normal.
It looked like so much normal, and you every time they look like normal.
You just gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Everybody is suspicious and weird these days, okay?
But I remember one of woman on the neighborhood said, I don't feel him. I never feel, secure with him. I don't know why. One said that, and I think her intuition.
They finally caught him. Exactly, they finally caught him, guys. And he was like, I think they caught him based on they found DNA on a pizza crust. So the suspect in connection with unsolved serial killings of women found along in a New York Beach highway has been identified as Rex Huerman
of Massaquoi, Long Island,
the resident of Long Island. He's being charged with 3 counts of first degree and 3 counts of second degree for the unalived of 3 women. Remember, he preyed on ladies of the night. That's how I try to put it for YouTube. You know what I mean? And he basically created a burial ground in the marsh out there in Long Island.
Oh my gosh. That story is insane.
Exactly. Worked as an architectural consultant in Manhattan. But he was taken into custody. Thank God. Thank God they found him. And they basically got his DNA on pizza crust.
Pizza. We love you, pizza. Because, every time you need the power of the pizza, you find it. Pizza crust. Now, some people need to have respect to pizza crust now. Stop to be mean with the pizza crust. Okay? That pizza crust give the answer of the crime. Be respectful with the pizza and pizza crust now. Everybody. Fitness instructor, listeners. Pizza crust is life. Pizza
exactly. Good morning, Bright Eyes.
Imagine the story. I was caught because of a pizza crust. It's just, God speaking with that pizza crust. I will tell you that. A pizza crust.
Well, he was arraigned on Friday and he pleaded not guilty, narcissist, okay? The judge ordered him to be held without bail, thank God. And the arrest comes more than a decade after the discovery of the remains of numerous victims along Long Island's Gilgo Beach. The long unserved unalivings were the subject of numerous 48 hours CBS 48 Hours reports, and there was a Netflix movie called Lost Girls, and I did watch it. It was a very good movie.
Yes.
All right, so this goes back to 2010. So the court filing says a hair found on burlap that was wrapped. One of the victims was determined to be a DNA match to Huerman based on a DNA retrieved from crust in a pizza box he discarded. See? They think they're going to get away, but they get sloppy in the end because their ego gets blown up, okay? And they think they can't get caught. Well, Gabrielle, I gotta go and punch into work. I just wanted to present these stories to my naughty crew. I appreciate you coming up and joining me
Thank you so
and
much.
giving your
Thank you
thoughts.
so much. Thank you so much. Have
And
a
I know
good
it's
day.
not time where we're at, so I hope you have a good evening.
Thank you so much to everyone. Love, love, and love to Naughty Love Moment. Subscribe, share, and like.
That's right. And make sure you drop your channel. Let them know where the people can find you.
Yes, see you soon. For the moment, it's on preparation, but soon. Love to everyone. Share, like, and subscribe. Naughty Love Moment. Okay, share,
All
love,
right.
and
Thank you.
Bye.
Have a good day. Yeah. So as y'all can see, it's so much going on in the world, and you have to watch who's around you. Seriously, because you never know. It could be a monster living next door. Fed you on vacation? That's what's up. I'm glad you off the plantation. I hope all of you enjoy your day. Please remember to hit that like, subscribe, and that bell button so you can be notified when I update content to my channel. And let me know what your thoughts are on these two stories. Carly Russell, do you think this was all made up? Leave it in the comments. And what do you think about them finally catching the serial killer, the Long Island serial killer? I think the world is slightly a safer place without him around, because there's always someone lurking and lingering and things like that. And we just need to be on point, Naughty Crew, and watching our backs and really sitting back and analyzing people before we befriend them. Seriously. Oh, happy birthday! All right, I'll be on Wednesday, day 38. I wish you many, many more, Feds. Yes, that's what's up. I know, I'm about to go punch in. So I appreciate all of you joining me. We talked about Carly Russell and this whole story that she made up, saying that a kid was on the side of the road and then she suddenly got abducted, and little details are coming out, like she was in relation with a 17-year-old young man and things like that. And then we also touched on the Long Island serial killer being caught. All right, finally, it took them so long to get him. I'm glad she was safe too, but like it's just so many holes in the story. I feel like it's the Swiss cheese version we're getting, and I think more is to come. I think the police are doing their investigation, and yeah, because where's the parents of this little kid? I'm just saying, I'm gonna leave y'all with that. I appreciate all of y'all joining me. Until next time, Naughty Crew, I'm out. 1.